While not straying away from its flight simulator roots, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 gamifies the progression loop in a way I've not experienced before. Granted, my exposure to the franchise is minimal, I had been blown away by the technical advancements and ambition of 2020's Microsoft Flight Simulator. While genuinely feeling as though I was sitting in the cockpit of a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan, I found myself craving meaningful progression, something I could work towards and feel rewarded for. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 incorporates a bunch of new systems to make meaningful changes to player ownership and progression. Rather than adding traditional missions to the sim, Team Asobo incorporates objectives such as a full-fledged career, challenge league, specializations, and world photographer modes. On top of that, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 adds character customization and the ability to walk around your plane and interact with it before taking off. As I crave to discover a way to properly be onboarded as a novice player, the career mode served as the best option. I made my pilot, customizing the appearance and facial structure, all of which accommodate diverse pilots appropriate to locations around the world. Career mode had me undergoing training through a progression tree in the hope of passing my certification. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 can be as complex as flying an actual plane at times. Career mode did a fantastic job of walking me through the basic controls while peppering in some more advanced techniques along the way. As the amateur I am, my piloting prowess wasn't quite cutting it. It can be a little frustrating and daunting at first, but with a clear-cut objective and race markers on the map, I find an objective-based activity like the rally races to be a refreshing addition to the gameplay loop. Creating more objective-based activities for players to take part in, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 lets players step into the cockpit of a cargo transport craft or charter flight plane. With objectives given to players, they're given a score based on mission performance as well as aviator performance. The faster you complete a challenge, the better your score. Make fewer mistakes during your flight, and that will also reflect on your final grade. It's a nice incentive to focus on accurate flight paths, smooth landings, and ensuring the objective is completed swiftly. During a rally race, I was tasked with piloting a jet in a race against an AI. Of course, as the amateur I am, my piloting prowess wasn't quite cutting it. It can be a little frustrating and daunting at first, but with a clear-cut objective and race markers on the map, I find an objective-based activity like the rally races to be a refreshing addition to the gameplay loop. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is also introducing a weekly challenge league, where simmers and players can take on challenges to place on the leaderboard. Over 10 weeks, players can compete to increase their standings on the ladder. Outside of challenges and competitive targets, Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 also added its World Photographer mode. This mode tasks players with flying around the globe, snapping photos under specific permutations. For instance, you can be asked to take a photo of the Golden Gate Bridge as you fly over it. However, you'll get additional points if you take a photo of San Francisco's financial district in the background at night, with the moon in the frame. Utilizing the assets from Zoo Tycoon, players will also have the chance to snap a photo of some wildlife. For a title that's supposed to be this incredibly rich and deep flight sim, it's shocking to me how good a supplemental experience like World Photographer is. As someone who feels like an outsider to the MSFS community, I was surprised by how welcoming the in-game experience is. With this in mind, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 is shaping up to be a delight for lifelong fans, as well as an accessible entry point for admirers who may have felt nervous about taking their first flight.